Good evening, people. Tim here, towards the end of another long day on the Great Rugger Run. I'm here at Camborne Rugby Club. Phenomenal playing area up here at Camborne. Beautiful big stand, huge pitch, very wide. This is definitely a backs pitch here, and there's even space to make it wider if you're feeling particularly loose with the tactics. I played here a couple of times, once for Gloucestershire Colts against Cornwall. The young, bullish props that Cornwall had that day went on to win World Cups. Trevor Woodman and Phil Vickery. We were told about them beforehand that they were going to cause us issues, and the prior warning didn't help whatsoever. They carried hard all day, and I think we ended up losing, which I think was the only time I ever lost to Cornwall, sadly. And another time I played here was for Esher in the Championship against Cornish Pirates, who ground shared here for a short while. I'm not sure how many years, a good 4 or 5 years maybe. And we absolutely robbed a win on this ground on a really hot day towards the end of the season, which gave us a chance of staying up, which we never quite managed in the end. But it was still good to win here, which, you know, as a visiting player, I don't think it happens all that often. So we're going to go over here now and have a chat with some lovely people from Camborne Rugby Club about what's going on here at the moment. We have here Mr. Andy Gill.
Hi, Tim.
Andy Gill, chairman here of Camborne Rugby Club. And you were just telling me about the improvements that you're going to have here at the ground and your plans. It'd be good to hear that again.
Hopefully good. Yeah, we've through the town council bid, they've applied for some government money of 25 million for various projects around the town to improve the, which is one of the poorest areas in Western Europe, to improve the town really. And we were advised to put in a bid for part of this money, and we were successful. So we're hoping to renovate the changing rooms here behind me, or behind us, underneath the grandstand there, which have probably not changed since I played. And that was one of them.
How many years is that? Come on.
I made my debut for Camborne in 1976 as a Colt, and then first team debut in 1978. So they definitely, apart from a little bit of paint, perhaps they haven't changed.
Yeah. Okay.
In all that years, so they're overdue a renovation, I think. And on the our main ground, the ground we actually own, we're hoping to put in an AGP pitch, which we hope will be a community facility involving the local schools. We've got probably about 5 secondary schools within a 4-mile radius of us. So if we can get in with the schools and they help us out with buying into it and helping us with the maintenance of that, then hopefully it's an ideal scenario. They'll probably want to use it during the daytime when we don't.
Yeah,
we can use it in the evenings for training and at the weekends for game day. So so really good for the community as well as yourselves. Yeah. We did go down this road about 3 years ago where we put our hand up when the RFU were building AGPs at different clubs. Yeah, and we got to the stage where we'd had all the surveys and we were just about to go into put in planning permission for one, and the RFU pulled the plug through lack of funds. Right. But of the 12 in the England who were due to have one, 10 of the clubs that put their hands up to have them fell by the wayside. The other 2 had already gone to planning, so they completed those projects. Right. But we've had all the plans drawn up by the RFU and all the surveys done, so we're more or less ready to pull the trigger once the money rolls in. So
good stuff. And is there anything else you're looking forward to here? How's the season shaping up?
It's just nice to get back on the field. Yes. It really is. It's been a long 18 months.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah, it's just nice to get back and see the lads running around and getting the club open and getting some people through the doors and just getting back to normal winter Saturdays so we can have a game of rugby. Pint and chat afterwards is great.
Good stuff. Okay, thank you, Andy. We're going to move on here and we'll see you later. Bring in now Mr. Malcolm Tonkin.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
All better seeing you, mate.
No, absolutely. Well, thank you in advance for putting me up. Malcolm's given me a bed for this evening, which I'm much appreciative of.
It's a hammock stretched in the attic, if that's okay.
I love a hammock.
You didn't know that, did you?
No, but that's perfect. Okay, so I understand there's a rich mining history in the area and how that's involved in the club.
Cornish are known for three things. Everybody thinks it's a holiday resort, but it's always been known historically for three things: fishing, mining and farming. And the mining, you're now in the heart of mining country. Cornwall has been very, very rich in minerals, copper in the past traditionally. It also now has been discovered in the last couple of years, and they are now looking at trying to find ways of extracting it, titanium, especially in around the Camborne Reduced Truro area, right? Because titanium is used an awful lot on car batteries, and they reckon they can get 4,000 tons a year out of the ground, not by digging it up, but by flushing it up.
How does that work?
Digging a hole through the ground,
yeah,
a large borehole, putting water down, rather like fracking, but extracting minerals.
Okay. And
taking the titanium out of that. But traditionally, Camborne Reduced has been known for tin mining. In around this area, you would probably find, in the olden days, 30 mines, the old boys. And it was hard mining, hard rock, and they were hard men. The story goes that there was a mine around here, the Oates mine, Queen of Mines in Cornwall, and there's a Cornish saying that if somebody keeps their cards to themselves, he's as deep as Oates, because Oates was the deepest mine in Cornwall.
Got you. And how deep is that?
Oh, I think it was something like went down 3,000 feet.
Right.
Oh, it went way down.
Okay.
And the story goes that the old boys you didn't get paid to work until you were started at the bottom on the face.
Right, okay.
So they would have to climb down in, mainly by rope ladders, climb down all the way, hop off one, go on to another, hop off one, go on. And that could be 3 miles down. And they would do hard mining, they would be digging out granite and extracting all that. Then they would climb all the way back up again. And if they were very lucky and it was a bright sunny day, then they would go and play a game of rugby. But
breeds hard men doing things like that.
They were very hard men, yes. But Cornwall's always got its history on that, and it's bred local rivalry in the past. I know you're going to a side only about 4 miles away from here tomorrow, and if you're a Camel man, then you don't say that name. But again, their nickname for people from Reduth, and I said it, is that their nickname is Choppers, because the prospectors, as they would go out prospecting for local seams years ago, they would find an area and they would find some trees and they would chop a wedge into a tree to signify that is their claim.
Yeah.
And so the Reduced people become known as choppers, whereas if you were from Camborne, then you would slice it out and we would become squareheads. Right. So, and the two words are stuck, and Camborne Reduced are still very bitter rivals to this day, and they play at Boxing Day every year, which we believe, and we stand to be corrected, but we believe it's the oldest continuing rugby game fixture every year in the world.
Right, amazing. And that's a friendly, is it?
I don't know if you could call any Camborne Reduced game friendly, but it's all part of Christmas then here.
Yeah, okay, wonderful stuff. Okay, we're going to take a walk now down to the other pitches where the training's going on down there and see if we can find another person to talk to. But for now, Malcolm, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
See you in a
Cheers.
bit. It is an absolutely gorgeous evening here in Camborne. It is still, there's not a breath of wind going on at all. And we're going to walk down. So this is the top pitch. This is the main pitch that we've just been to, with the big stand and the big wide pitch. But they've got, I think, 2 or 3 different pitches here. One of which they're trying to turn into an AGP, hopefully with some funding, and add some extra facilities as well. Good on them. Hope they get that sorted and create some really good sort of playing environment here for all the local youngsters and youth, of which we're going to go and try and find some of right now. But I understand there's been a little bit of COVID in the area, so the numbers are down a little bit tonight. But we're going to walk down now to the main clubhouse and see if we can find Kevin Oates. There he is, I can see him. We'll get there in a second. As we're going down here, I'll show you, this is the clubhouse. I'm told it's 30 years old now, and it's a massive, great big space. 2 different bars in there. And look at that, what a place to play rugby. Bit of line out work going there, tackling over there. And we're going to come and find, he's got to be around here somewhere. Where could he possibly be? Hang on a second, he's hiding, he said. Here we go, Mr. Kevin Oates. Kevin, how are you?
Hi, how are you going?
Yeah, really good, thank you.
And welcome to Camborne again.
Thank you, mate. I just thought it'd be nice if you tell everybody about what's going on here this evening.
Well, tonight is women's and girls training. Unfortunately, we're missing our under-15s. COVID has bitten us again. So over there, you won't be able to see them from here.
No, I can show. There we go.
Yeah. That's our under-13 group. They're just started. We also have one of our under-18s who's about to train as a coach, who's there working with them, plus a new adult.
Yep.
Further out, we've got our under-18s doing a bit of tackle bag work tonight. And over here, we have a small group of ladies who, again, are all beginners, beginning to learn what to do. So we're moving forward slowly.
And you're hoping to have a women's side for the first time this year, is that right?
The aim is to have a women's side this time for the first time. We're entering the Inner Warrior League.
Yep.
We've worked with Inner Warrior over the last sort of half season to try and recruit some numbers, and gradually it's moving forward.
Yeah.
And the aim, season following, to go into the league.
Brilliant.
So,
because Malcolm was actually saying that the women's and girls rugby isn't actually all that big in Cornwall, generally speaking.
No, at the moment there's only, I think, 4 sides in the county that actually have adult women's side. There's others that have got a few women, but certainly not enough to make a side at the minute. The youth side, there's 10 clubs across the county that have partial sides.
Yeah.
There's only 2 or 3 that have full sides at differing ages.
Yeah.
So it's all very, at the moment, developmental.
It's really, but it's on the up.
Forward. We're on the up, working hard to make it happen.
Yeah.
But, it's a step at a time. And, obviously COVID has had a major effect on us, having lost sort of best part of 18 months.
Yeah.
You struggle to A, keep girls, and B, they find other interests.
Yeah.
Along the way, your education steps in, boyfriends and what have you. So it's not an easy task.
Yeah, constant work. But
Yeah,
it sounds like you're fighting the good fight, though.
Well, we keep it going.
Yeah.
We work as hard as we can, and we will get there in the end.
Good man.
It's a good club. Girls have fun, and that's the main thing.
Yeah.
They get out, they enjoy themselves, builds their fitness, and they learn all the sort of the good bits of rugby: teamwork, respect, working together, and that's something they'll carry for the rest of their lives. Till they end up old crates like me, and you're still here, you're still doing a bit.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, good man. Well said. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Tim.
Thank you very much for having me this evening.
Enjoy the rest of your trip.
I will.
Go safe.
Yeah.
And hope you raise a few quid as well.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
Cheers.
Good stuff. Thank you, mate. Okay, that is Camborne Rugby Club doing good things down here in Cornwall. I'm going to leave you now, and tomorrow morning is a long day tomorrow. Leaving here, then heading to Redruth, or the Choppers, as Malcolm would call them, and then on to Perranporth and Newquay, all in the same day. So I'll sign off now, and we'll see what's going to happen tomorrow. Cheers.